Hello, Eastern Sierra. I'm Jesse Steele, and you're tuned in to Eastern Sierra Now, where we keep one eye on the mountains, one eye on the valley, and somehow still have enough left over to track the meetings, the ball games, the events, the weekend plans, and whatever the weather is currently doing. We've got your local headlines, community updates, sports, weather, and a few things worth circling on the calendar. So settle in. This is your hometown rundown. Built for Bishop, Mammoth, Inyo, Mono, and every little place in between that makes the Eastern Sierra feel like home. And yes, if you can hear those little clicks and beeps in the background, it's because my home recording studio is in the same place that I raise chicks. That's right, in the Eastern Sierra, there is nothing weird about that. And you can judge me now, but in 6 months when I'm the one with fresh eggs, we'll see who's talking then. Let's get to the news, shall we? We begin with the Inyo County District 3 Board of Supervisors race. INYO350 is sponsoring a free public candidate forum on Tuesday, May 5th at 6:30 p.m. at the Bishop United Methodist Church, 205 North Fowler Street in Bishop. The forum will be held in the Fellowship Center Community Room. The event is focused on the District 3 Inyo County Supervisors race with all three candidates, Scott Marsland, Stephen Orejuela, and Ted Carlton, expected to attend. The forum is intended to help voters learn more about the candidates, the goals for the county, and their positions on issues affecting local communities. INYO350 Chair Harold McDonald said county supervisors regularly make important decisions affecting local lives, the environment, economy, public safety, and health, and the voters need to know where candidates stand on important issues. The forum format includes brief opening remarks from each candidate. Candidates will also answer advance questions during the first half of the program. After a short intermission, they'll respond to questions generated by the audience. Christina Bloom Justice will moderate. The forum is free and open to the public, and light refreshments will be available. Ballots for the primary election are expected to be mailed out in early May, so this is one of those maybe don't wait until the envelope is sitting on the kitchen counter moments. Next May is Eastern Sierra Wildfire Resilience Month, and this year marks the 4th annual effort to turn wildfire awareness into action across the region. Wildfire Resilience Month is an ongoing collaboration involving White Bark Institute, Mono County, Inyo County, local agencies, and community-based organizations. The goal is to support long-term wildfire resilience across the Eastern Sierra through education, resources, workshops, and community engagement. The focus is practical, defensive space, responsible recreation, home hardening, community preparedness, and learning how to live in fire-adapted landscapes. Around here, wildfire preparedness is not exactly a side hobby. It's more like checking your oil before a long drive. You may not think about it every day, but you are very glad you did when it matters. The month begins with Sierra Spark Regional Wildfire Ready Festival on Sunday, May 3rd from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Bishop City Park. The festival is designed to make wildfire safety education approachable, engaging, and rooted in community connection. Participating agencies and organizations include White Bark Institute, Ready Inyo, Ready Mono, Firewise USA, CAL FIRE, the Bureau of Land Management Bishop Field Office, the U.S. Wildland Fire Service Bishop, Fire Protection District, LADWP, Southern California Edison, High Sierra Energy Foundation, Sierra Forever, Friends of the Inyo, Camp Like a Pro, and Mono Arts Council. That's a lot. There will be live music from the Felt Cutouts, local food trucks, including Uncle Sham, Asian street food, Mr. C's Sonoran hot dogs, and social blend coffee and ice cream floats, plus an all-ages interactive kids zone and wildfire safety resources. It's a nice reminder that preparedness doesn't have to feel like homework. Sometimes it comes with music, food trucks, and a kids zone. Other Wildfire Resilience Month events include a May 7th Science on Tap event called Reestablishing Silvicultural Action. That's a new word for the day. In Fire Adapted Forest with Sarah M. Bisbing, PhD, from 6 to 8 p.m. at Mountain Rambler Brewery in Bishop. Then on May 28th, White Bark Institute will host an online webinar called The Wildfire Laboratory Science that reduces ignition risk, from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m., featuring Steve Hawks with the Insurance Institute for Business and Home Safety. Additional information, event details, and resources for wildfire preparedness can be found at whitebarkinstitute.org/events. Finally, in top stories, CAL FIRE has issued a proclamation suspending burn permits and open burning. According to the CAL FIRE advisory posted by Eastern Sierra Now, the suspension takes effect May 1st, 2026 at 8 a.m. The proclamation applies to all state responsibility area lands within San Bernardino, Inyo, and Mono counties. The document cites recent early fire activity, higher temperatures, lower fuel moisture, and measurable extreme wildfire threat to life, property, and natural resources. Under the proclamation, burning by permit and other uses of open fire are suspended in the affected geographic area. CAL FIRE notes that campfires within organized campgrounds or on private property that are otherwise permitted will still be allowed if maintained in a way that prevents spread to wildland and other private property. The advisory also says restricted temporary burning permits may be issued when burning or open fire is essential for public health, safety, or welfare. The proclamation remains in effect until formally terminated. CAL FIRE directs residents to readyforwildfire.org for information on home hardening, defensible space, wildfire preparation, and wildfire prevention tips. In the Eastern Sierra, we live on the edge, literally. And that's exactly where Fault Line 395 was born. This local clothing brand doesn't just make shirts and hoodies, they make statements. Inspired by the rugged beauty, cracked earth, and wild spirit of the Eastern Sierra, Fault Line 395 is what you wear when you want your outfit to say, yeah, I've summited something. Probably. From cozy beanies, perfect for après-ski hangs, to durable tees that can handle the day on the trail, and a night at Distant Brewing. All in one. Every piece is designed right here in Mammoth. So if your wardrobe's been playing it safe, it's time to shake things up. Shop Fault Line 395, where local pride meets Fault Line style. Because looking good in the Sierra, well, that shouldn't require an aftershock. The Central California Animal Disaster Team is recruiting volunteers and holding a team training in Ridgecrest. Founded in 2011, the Central California Animal Disaster Team is a 501c3 nonprofit organization based in Fresno that serves 7 counties. The organization helps animals during disasters by assisting with animal evacuation and emergency sheltering. The group is hosting a volunteer orientation and team training on Saturday, May 2nd from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Kerr-McGee Community Center, 100 West California Avenue in Ridgecrest. This is the first time CCADT has offered training in the Ridgecrest area. The organization's volunteers have responded to 42 wildfires over the last 10 years and helped save thousands of animals, primarily during wildfire season. Kern County volunteers have also responded to Lake Isabella, Porterville, Delano, and McFarland to operate shelters in response to life-threatening flooding. While the event registration deadline has passed, volunteers are also needed to help with animal evacuation and emergency sheltering. Anyone interested in CCADT can learn more through the team's website at ccadt.org. Next, LADWP hydrographers are reporting a below-average Eastern Sierra snowpack for the final April snow survey. According to Eastern Sierra Now, the Eastern Sierra snowpack measured 24% of normal. LADWP says the snow survey provides key information for preparing for the coming runoff year and planning water deliveries for Los Angeles customers and the Eastern Sierra. The 26-27 water supply forecast is below average, with proactive water management underway. The report says warmer temperatures prompted snowmelt and runoff to begin earlier than usual. LADWP says the below normal water supply forecast is still expected to meet close to 40% of Los Angeles' annual demand. That represents approximately 81 billion gallons of water, enough to supply nearly 43,000 households for an entire year. The report also lists Mono Lake's official service elevation reading at 6,382.75 feet as of April 1st, 2026. LADWP says yearly lake level measurements at Mono Lake provide key data for decisions on water exports in the region. For Eastern Sierra listeners, the takeaway is straightforward. This was not a big snowpack year. Runoff started early, and water management is going to stay front and center. Around here, snowpack numbers are basically our version of checking the bank account before a big trip. Oh, hey, and congratulations are in order for the Bishop High School JV Mathletes. The team placed first in the league standings with 116 points. Silver Valley finished second with 94 points. points. At the final Mathletes meet hosted by Desert, Bishop, and Silver Valley, tied with 20 points each, while Desert finished with 14. The Bishop team completed the meet at home due to heavy snowfall. 5 of the top 10 Mathletes in the league came from the Bishop team: Banyan Fulkerson, Tulika Deb, Eddie Chavez, Liam Livingston, and Santi Lopez. Eddie Chavez also had a strong final meet, scoring 7 points and earning an individual ribbon. Allie Rainville and Tulika Deb and Brady Johnson also received ribbons. Coach Dee Buchholz said, "This is an impressive JV Mathletes team. They work hard and enjoy working together." She also called first place in the league simply outstanding. And let's be honest, Mathletes deserve the same hype as any other school team. They may not have cleats, but they are still competing under pressure. And hey, let's face it, most of us tap out the second letters show up in any equation. You know I'm right. Thinking about joining the team? See if you can solve one of the problems from the desert meet. A zoo has zebras and ostriches, which together have a total of 78 legs and 54 eyes. How many ostriches are in the zoo? If you're watching this on our social media or YouTube, write the answer below. Let's see what you think. Congressman Kevin Kiley, representative for California's 3rd Congressional District, has announced his co-sponsorship of the Public Lands in Public Hands Act. Described as a bipartisan effort to prevent the sale or transfer of federal public land without congressional approval. Kiley stated his decision came after hearing from constituents throughout the district and California. In a released statement, Kiley said, "As your representative in Congress, one of my key priorities is protecting our public lands. I strongly believe that federal public lands decisions, whether buying or selling, should only be made after substantial input from the local communities most directly impacted. This legislation would enshrine that principle in law."
In many emergency departments in America, overcrowding is kind of the epidemic of the age. In our emergency department, we have very low door-to-doctor time, the time between when you show up as a patient to be seen to when you're actually going to be seen in person by a doctor, and that care is going to be delivered 99% of the time in a private room. So that allows privacy to the patient. It allows care to be delivered in a humane and respectful way. Our emergency medicine care is world-class. We have a phenomenal team. I'm so proud of the care that we provide at Northern Inyo and the community that we're caring for.
Now let's check in on some sports. Bishop Bronco varsity baseball got the win 16-2 over the Mammoth Huskies on Tuesday. The Broncos bats stayed hot, jumping out to a 9-run first inning. I'm going to say that again, 9-run first inning. That's a big final inning number. Senior Wilkamp had a double in his first at-bat for 2 runs batted in, and Senior Richie Talavera had a triple in his second at-bat for another 2 runs batted in. Offensively for the Broncos, Wilkamp was 4 for 5 with a double, 6 runs batted in and 2 runs. Richie Talavera was 2 for 4 with a triple, 2 runs batted in, 1 walk, 2 stolen bases, and 3 runs. Hundy Leeson was 2 for 2 with 1 run batted in, 2 walks, 2 stolen bases, and 4 runs. Ruben Nicholson was 2 for 3 with a double, 2 runs batted in, 1 stolen base, and 2 runs. Dixon Svagina was 2 for 4 with a double, 2 runs batted in, 1 stolen base, and 2 runs. And Charlie Butler was 1 for 1 with 1 run batted in. Defensively for the Broncos, Dixon Svagina got the start, allowing 2 runs on 2 hits, with 2 strikeouts, 5 walks, and 1 hit by pitch in 3 innings of work. Aiden Frechette allows no runs, no hits in 2 innings, with 4 strikeouts and 1 walk. Ruben Nicholson caught 2 runners stealing. 2. The team currently stands first in the league. Bishop varsity softball also traveled to Mammoth on Tuesday and came in with the win 28-6 in 5 innings. Sadie Mayers went the distance, allowing 6 runs on no hits, 6 walks, 3 hit by pitch, and 8 strikeouts. Bishop got the game off to a strong start with 8 runs in the first inning, followed by 9 more in the second. They scored 2 runs in the third inning, 6 runs in the fourth, and closed the game with 3 runs in the fifth. Mammoth scored all 6 runs in the second inning. Offensively, Cambry Lamphere was 4 for 4 with a home run, 2 walks, 4 runs batted in, 2 stolen bases, and 3 runs scored. Ellie Boyd was 4 for 4 with a triple, 1 hit by pitch, 3 stolen bases, 5 runs batted in, and 2 runs scored. Layla Beal was 3 for 4 with 1 hit by pitch, 3 runs batted in, 1 stolen base, and 3 runs scored. Alicia Wilson was 2 for 4 with 1 walk, 1 stolen base, 3 runs batted in, and 3 runs scored. Katia Fierro was 2 for 2 with a double, 2 walks, 1 hit by pitch, 3 runs batted in, and 4 runs scored. Avery McGraw was 2 for 2 with 3 walks, 1 sacrifice bunt, 1 stolen base, 3 runs batted in, and 4 runs scored. Azul Aranzubia, I'm sorry if I got that name wrong, I super apologize, was 1 for 1 with 2 walks, 2 stolen bases, 2 runs batted in, and 2 runs scored. Ginger Loudon was 1 for 3 with 1 run batted in. Tanner Ludwig was 1 for 1 with 1 walk and 2 runs scored. Sadie Mayers walked 3 times with 1 hit by pitch, 2 stolen bases, and 3 runs scored. Taylor Curry walked twice with 1 hit by pitch and 2 runs scored. Excellent job, ladies. Next up for the Broncos, baseball and softball travel to Rosamond on Friday to face the Roadrunners. First pitch for each game is at 3:15 p.m. Next week on Tuesday, May 5th, golf has a league match at the Bishop Country Club starting at 1 p.m. Also on Tuesday, varsity baseball and varsity softball play Desert at Home with first pitches at 3:15 p.m. And on Wednesday, May 6th, track competes in the HDL Finals at Whitmore in Mammoth with a 2 p.m. start time. Last week in California, Interscholastic Federation announced Bishop Union High School varsity football coach Arnie Palu among its 2025-26 Model Coach Award winners. The CIF Model Coach Award program recognizes coaches who have served as a positive role model in their schools and communities, demonstrating and teaching 6 core ethical values: trustworthiness, respect, responsibility, fairness, caring, and good citizenship. The CIF believes that the highest potential of sports is achieved when coaches consciously advocate these values and are committed to pursuing victory with honor. Pauly began his journey at BUHS in 2008 as a volunteer JV assistant football coach, and in 2016 became the varsity head coach. His teams are recognized not only for their competitive success, but also for their sportsmanship, class, and professionalism. Last fall, under Paulu's leadership, Bronco varsity football advanced to the CIF state championships and finished the season as Central Section Division 5 champions and Southern Regional champions, becoming the school's 4th team to win a section title and the 2nd to advance to a state championship. Well done, Coach Paulu and the Bishop Broncos. And now for our community calendar. The 3rd annual Keeler Swap Meet and Raffle is set for Saturday, May 2nd from 7:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Keeler Volunteer Fire Department Building, 165 Old State Highway. Admission is free. The event will include a wide variety of merchandise, including vintage items from Annie's Old Keeler Market. Raffle tickets are also available, with proceeds supporting the Keeler community and Fire Council's effort to procure a dedicated vehicle for fire suppression in town. It's a busy Saturday for Bishop. The Choo Choo Swap Meet runs from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Tri-County Fairgrounds, 475 Sierra Street. Admission is $5, while kids 12 and under are free. The biannual Swap Meet is sponsored by Laws Railroad Museum and Historical Site and Bishop Sunrise Rotary, with antiques, collectibles, and more. It's the kind of event where I'm just going to browse can become I now own a thing I cannot identify, but I love it. Chili Cars and Cerveza and the Battle of the Bands is also taking place at the fairgrounds from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Just like to point out that yours truly is emceeing that for Eastern Sierra Now, and it is going to be a blast. You need to come check it out. Admission's free. The event includes a car show, chili and beer tasting, and a battle of local bands from Alpine, Inyo, and Mono counties. And Garden Fest returns to Eastern Sierra Land Trust backyard at 250 North Fowler Street at the Church Street parking lot from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. The free family-friendly event includes a native plant sale with plants provided by the California Native Plant Society, Bristlecone Chapter, demonstration garden strolls, information on native plants, live music, and a spring celebration with the Eastside community. Now, Mammoth events, the Convict Lake Fishing Derby runs from April 26th through June 14th at Convict Lake. Anglers can fish any day during the derby period and compete for prizes. The entry fee is $19 and participants receive an annual pin and a 14-inch ruler. To qualify for prizes, fish measuring 14 inches or larger must be brought to the store during business hours. Boat rentals are available daily at the marina, and reservations can be made 760-934-3800 option 1. Snow Creek Golf Course opening day is Friday, May 1st from 7 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Surrounded by wide-open views of Mammoth Mountain and the Sherwins, this scenic 9-hole course offers a relaxing setting for a quick round. At 3,306 yards and a par 35 from the back tees, it's an easy way to get out on the course without committing to a full day, or depending on your short game, without admitting what happened on hole 3. The Eastern Sierra Community Chorus and Mammoth Lakes High School Choir Spring Concert is Friday, May 1st from 7 to 9 p.m. at St. Joseph Catholic Church, 58 Ranch Road in Mammoth Lakes. Fresh from their performance at Carnegie Hall, the ESCC will present works by Eric Whitaker, who conducted their performance at Carnegie Hall, Billie Eilish, and a traditional spiritual, The Battle of Jericho, arranged by Moses Hogan. The high school choir will present a medley of jazz favorites. Both choirs will sing together. Unbound Party in the Park is Friday, May 1st from 4:30 to 7 p.m. at Mammoth Mountain. The event includes a free after-hours shred and party with music starting at Main Lodge at 4:30 p.m. Unbound Express opens to the public at 5 p.m., followed by hot laps through the park from 5 to 7. The event includes a sunset cruise through Unbound, Main Park, and Forest Trail, a hike park for younger riders, a DJ, and food and drink specials on the Main Lodge sun deck. This is a free but ticketed event, and anyone without a day ticket or Icon Pass should pick up a free lift ticket from the Main Lodge ticket window. And that's your Eastern Sierra Now local update. Keep an eye on the roads, be kind to your neighbors, tip your food truck, cheer for the kids, and remember, around here the views are big, the weather has opinions, and the news is always local. Remember, for more local news, download the Eastern Sierra Now mobile app, subscribe to our YouTube and socials, and visit easternsierranow.com. I'm Jesse Steele. We'll see you out there, Eastern Sierra. Stay ready, stay connected, and hey, don't forget to look up once in a while.